Alright guys, hi Shushila, thanks for joining. So we are having this question and let's see how many of you can do this because this is just a warm-up question. Take your time, we need to solve for x and y and just give your answer along with the correct explanation. Once we are going to have the correct answer along with the correct approach, we'll move to the next question then. So we are just waiting for a few more participants to join. So once I'm going to have the correct answer along with the correct explanation, then we'll move to the next. Let's see how many of you can answer this. Alright, Afan is here finally. Y is equal to 60 minus 20 is equal to 40 and x is equal to 95 minus 20. Alright, that is just a calculation part, Afan. What I need an explanation for that, but don't worry, you need not to give the explanation for this. I got your concept, but for the next question, I am just letting you know that you should write that x plus 20 is equal to 90, right? Just write the equation and let rest everything I can understand. Okay. Alright guys, so for the first question, it is very obvious that x is equal to 75. I am not going to give the explanation because this is warm-up question. Sheila is hi Sheila. Y is going to be 40 and x is 75. You are right. Move to the next question, let's say. I think this is not going to be new for the Sheila, but for the rest of the user it's going to be new. We need to solve for the value of x. I need the answer in exact form and let's see how many of you can do this. We are going to have a few more new questions which has never discussed before, but let's just discuss the question that we have done today. Yes, Sheila, I have already told you that we'll be discussing for sure, but the thing is I have to cover all those questions also that we have discussed today only, so that it's not going to be lost for any one of you. Guys, we are given with the two circles. The radiuses of the two circles are given. You need to solve for the value of x. Do whatever you want to do. I just need the correct answer along with the correct approach. And don't give the answer in decimals. Just give your answer in terms of root, simplified roots. That's it. Nothing else is expected. Alright Sheila, you need not to wait that much because I'm going to give the new questions in between and we'll discuss the old one or that we have already discussed in between the new questions. So I'm not going to discuss the question line wise. Randomly I'm going to select any of the questions. Those gonna be new for you also. Alright guys, don't take that much of time. This was very easy. I don't think this question requires that much of time. Anyone with correct answer along with the correct approach. Do it guys, do it quick. Make it quick. Okay, Will Johnson is here. Will Johnson has given the correct explanation for it. It could be the great start for others too. Alright, so square root of 17 square minus 3 square, which is nothing but square root of 280, right? and your simplified answer is going to be 2 root 70. Nick, okay, Nick, I already told that you need to not to give the answers in terms of decimals. I was expecting in the roots only. If I'm going to join, let's see, I'm going to explain. If I'm going to join these two centers, this length is going to be the sum of the two radius. This is 7 and this much is 10. So 10 plus 7 is going to be 17, right? And if I'm going to draw a parallel line, this parallel line is also going to be x because this is x. Now the difference between both the radius is 3. So this difference is going to be 3. Now we have a triangle. Apply the Pythagorean theorem. You will get the value of x. The x is going to be root of 17 square minus 3 square, which is not 34. 34 is incorrect. So you will be getting root of 17 square minus 3 square. Your answer is going to be 280. And 280, root 280 can be simplified further. So your answer is going to be 2 root 70. 2 root 70 is the right answer, and no one has given the correct answer. Only Will Johnson has given the correct answer. I think 16 point. Nick Friedman has also given the correct answer, but he has given it in decimal. All right, no worries. We'll move to the next, and let's see. I want all of you to give the answer for that. We'll move to the next question directly, and let's see how many of you can answer that. Let's have this one. Now this one is going to be the new one. Guys, for all of the question, you need not to give the answers in terms of decimal. If it is required, then I'll let you know, or else you can give the answer in exact form, whether it in terms of pi or in terms of roots. Don't go for decimals. We need to solve for the, no, it's not shaded area, it's about area. There is no such shaded area here. So it's only asking about the area. We need to calculate the area of the given figure. There is no such shaded area. Take your time. This is nothing but a trapezoid. Two of the sides are already given to you. This angle is also given. I want you to give the explanation along with the correct answer, guys. So let's see how many of you can do this. It's very simple. I hope you guys are not going to take that much of time. We have KGM who has given the answer, but there is no explanation. Once someone is going to give the answer along with the explanation, then I'll let you know that whether it is correct or not. Guys, do it quick. I want you to do it quick as soon as possible. Sheila is here. Draw the perpendicular trigonometry. Find the x which is going to be equal sides. Yes. Okay, then the answer would be. Sheila has given some explanation. I am also going to give the explanation. Don't worry about that. But I just want a brief explanation from your side, guys. KGM is right. He's given something at least. Okay. What about others? There are more than 400 people who are watching. Only 3 or 4 people are just writing their answers. That's kind of strange. Alright. Sheila, just give the final answer. I'm going to give my explanation. We'll not wait for that much. "24". Okay. Aranga says 24. Sheila Devi says 24. Guys, remember for the next question, I want your explanation. Okay, let's see. Let's just name this side as x. Then this side is also going to be x, right? If I'm going to draw a line here, I'll get a rectangle. Sorry, I'll get a square. This side, this would be a square. And this is a triangle, right? The side of the triangle, this much length is going to be x also, right? The remaining one is going to be 8 minus x. And this length is nothing but x. Now I know if this is a right angle, this is 45, this is also going to be 45. This is nothing but an isosceles triangle. If it is an isosceles triangle, then these two sides must be equal. I need not to use trigonometry for this because it is 45 and I know tan 45 is 1, right? Directly you can use that 8 minus x is equal to x, or you can write x is equal to 8 minus x. This x is going to be this side, equal to this side. So you will get 2x is equal to 8 and your x is directly going to be 4. So you have x which is 4. So now you need nothing. This side is 4. This is also 4. Use the formula of the area of the trapezium, which is half into sum of the bases, which is 4 plus 8, into this height, which is 4. Now in solving this, you will be getting the answer as 24 square units. And all of you were correct. Ranga is correct, Sheila is correct, Afan is correct, KGM is correct. Only 4 users has given the answer. That's quite strange. Alright guys, let's move to the next. I think others are just watching the stream. Let's have this one. Give me the answer. I need the value of x. This is gonna be so quick. I want you to give the answer as soon as possible. And let's see how many of you can answer this. We need to solve for the value of x. Give your reason, whatever the reason you are going to give. Hi, hello there. One and 8. One user to give the answer. Using which property? Just name the property, whatever the property you have used. I know it's difficult to write the explanation for this one because there are no namings. Sahib is here. A108 is the right answer, by the way. Alright, so I'll wait for 3 users to give the answer and at least 1 user to give the correct answer along with the explanation. Okay. Correct. Extended 72 is Ranga is 72 is incorrect. Co-interior angle, okay. Alright. Let's see guys, what I would do, I'll just join this line, right? Because these lines are parallel. So if this is x, this angle must also be x directly, right? This angle must also be x. Now for this triangle, I can use the exterior angle property. My x plus this 20 is going to be equal to this 128. So I can write that x plus 20 is equals to 128 and your x is going to be 108 on solving this. So final answer is 108 degrees. You all were correct. You are right. Benny York is there. 72 is not the right answer, by the way. Look, what you made a mistake. Where you guys made a mistake, you are assuming that there is a parallel. Here we are not having a transversal here. You can't use it. 72 is not the right answer, by the way. I'm so sorry for that. 72 is not the correct answer. I hope I have explained it well so that you guys can get it. You need more information. No, you don't need any information for this. You can find this angle. You can have this angle. This is x already. You can do anything. There are multiple approaches for this. We'll move to the next. Let's see how many of you can do this. Wait a sec. Here we go. This is gonna be easy. You're right, Will Johnson. Your answer is 108 is the right answer. 208. I hope it's 108. I hope you made a typo error only. Meena is here. Guys, we need to find the value of x. Just write your explanation along with the answer, guys. Make it quick, guys. KGM says 50. Sai saying 50. 3 of the users have given the answer. Okay. Just name the property that you have used. Angle sum or angle sum property or angle on a same segment. Yes. What you guys can do, either if this is 70, this is also going to be 70 because they are on the same segment. Or we can say if this is x, this is also going to be x, right? Because they are on the same arc, correct? Now for this triangle, if I said I'm using this triangle now. No, x is not 70. Benny, x is not 70, x is 50. See here. This angle is going to be equal to this. They are on the same arc. They are angle on the same segment. We can say if this BC is a segment, they are on the same segment. Angles on the same segment are equal. So now take this triangle, and for this triangle, x and 70 are the interior angle and 120 is the exterior angle. And we know sum of the interior angle to interior angle is equal to the exterior angle of the opposite side. So it is x plus 70 equal to 120, and your answer is going to be 50 degree. 50 degree is the correct answer, Ben. Afan, you are right. That's not a central angle, first of all. I haven't mentioned that it is a center of the circle. Joy boy. Right? Let's have the next. Let's have the next one. I hope it is visible to you guys. Okay, you are writing your center angle must be some. Okay, I got you, Joy boy. You are saying that you can take a complete angle and the entire sum is going to be 360 degree. All right. That's also correct. Navish 50 is correct. Now we are at the next question. We need to solve for the value of x. This angle is 25. This angle is 25. This is 35. Guys, I need explanation for this. We have named this, I'll highlight it. It's A, this is B, this is P, this is D, and this is C. Benny 50 is incorrect. 60, Merong saying 60, Vikram saying 60, Navish says 70. All of you are giving different answer, but I need explanation from any one of the users. At least guys, give the explanation. You guys are not giving explanation today. I'll not move to the next. That's great. BAD is 25. Alright, I got you. Look, what they have done, this angle and this angle, they are on the same segment BD, right? So this is going to be 25. If this is 25, this is also going to be 25. Now forget this line, take this triangle only. This x is exterior to this triangle, right? So x is going to be 25 plus 35, and 25 plus 35 is going to be 60. 60 is the right answer. $60 is the right answer. Angle B is 120. Guys, I think you guys are at the previous question. You need to refresh your screen. 60 is the right answer. We'll move to the next. Let's see how many of you can do that. Let's have the next one. Let's have this. Guys, just refresh your screen so you guys are at the one question at a time, because maybe you are at the separate questions, you are giving different explanation for. We need to solve for the value of x. Vikram says 50, KGM says 50, Sahib says 50. Okay. Vikram says extend DC. Okay. We can do it either way. Either I can extend this, or I can extend this. Okay, that's completely up to you. Whatever you want to extend. Let's suppose I'm extending this. So if this is 100, this is also going to be 100. corresponding angle, then x and this 50 together will form the sum of 100. Joy boy, you are right. Merong is correct. Rajvir is correct. Draw CFs parallel to AE. Okay. Okay, you are thinking like that. That's gonna be big, like a bit difficult. Not difficult, but a lengthier approach, I would say. You can do this. This is 100, right? So x plus 50 is going to be 100. So directly you can solve for the value of x. Let's have the next one. Yes, Navish is correct. Joy boy is correct. Will Johnson is correct. Guys, this is the next question. We need to solve for the value of the shaded region. Now for this, I need the correct explanation. I don't need random answers. Zohair says hi. None to guide us. We are at the next question. Guys, please refresh your stream because you are still at the previous question. We need to solve for the shaded area. I need whatever the answer you guys are going to throw in the comment box, just give your explanation along with that and try to give the explanation in one single comment so that everyone else can learn from it. Vikram, you are already there, don't spoil it. Yes, so Vikram, I already told this is the separate session. Don't like say like evening one, because if I have discussed it on another channel, I'll be discussing it here also. Lisa, yes, you are right. This is going to get live. We are having live sessions every day at the same timings, which is most probably 7:30 to 8 p.m. IST, Indian Standard Time. Merong says 25 pi. Look, Merong, I will not get it. Like 25 pi is what? Like I know that what you are writing, but they'll not get it. Right, like writing. Joyboy is saying square root of 200, which is nothing but 10 root 2. Merong has given the correct answer already, guys. I think we should not waste that much of time. Critical mass. This can't be solved. This can't be solved. No. This is so easy to solve that you need not to even solve this question. This is that easy. Yes, we need area of the green part. Vikram, you can throw your explanation. Like you have the theorem like Loon of Hippocrates. You can define that theorem so that they can learn it if you can. Guys, I'm going to give the explanation. You guys have taken so much of time already. Let's see. I'm going to shade it differently. Let's talk about this semicircle. This is a semicircle, right? And AB is nothing but the diameter of the semicircle. Correct? Afan, you are right. So I'll be solving for the AB first because this is a quadrant. So this is 10. This must also be 10. So this is going to be 10 root 2. Using the Pythagorean theorem, this is going to be 10 root 2, which is nothing but this is nothing but the diameter, right? Diameter of the semicircle. So the radius of this semicircle is going to be 5 root 2. Yes, guys, you can go through the comment like Vikram has mentioned something. You need not to even solve this problem directly. You need to solve for the area of the triangle. Whatever the area of the triangle is, that is going to be the same as the area of the shaded region. That's the theorem, right? Loon of hypocrites, we call it as loon of hypocrites. You see now what I'm giving the longer approach, but I'm giving you the approach here also. You can see we have solved for the radius of the semicircle. Now what I can do, I can separate it as triangle. Now two figures only, I'm separating it as two figure. One is triangle and another is this complete semicircle, right? So I'll solve for the total area first. What I'll solve for the area of the triangle. Area of triangle is going to be half into 10 into 10, because this is also 10, so it's going to be 50, minus, not minus, plus area of this semicircle, because I'm solving for the total area. Area of the semicircle is going to be pi r square by 2, pi into r. What is r? R is 5 root 2 square by 2. So this is going to be 25 into 2, 2 will get cancelled, this will be 25 pi, area of the semicircle. Now we have solved for this entire area, and I am going to subtract the area of the quadrant. I will be subtracting the area of this quadrant out of it. So what I'm going to left with, I'll subtract this much area. So I will be left with only green area. I hope it is clear to you. So I'll subtract the area of the quadrant, which is this quadrant, out of the total area. So the area of quadrant is going to be pi r square by 4. What is the radius of the quadrant? Quadrant radius is 10. So it's going to be pi 10 square by 4, which is nothing but 25 pi only. So 25 pi will get cancelled out, and your answer is 50 only. So 50 is the right answer. I hope it is clear. Navish has given the answer. Yes, Will Johnson, you are writing correct. Semi-quadratroidal, correct. I hope it is clear to you guys, and that's an approach that how we can solve this, but we need not to solve this actually. That's very simple. We'll move to the next question. Lisa, you didn't understand the radius part. If this is a Pythagoras, like this is a nothing but a quadrant only. So if this is 10, this is also going to be 10. We are going to apply the Pythagorean theorem. Solve for this. This is going to be this hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is nothing but the diameter. Diameter is going to be 10 root 2. If 10 root 2 is the diameter, just half it, right? Half of 10 root 2 is going to be 5 root 2. 5 root 2 will be the radius of the semicircle. This semicircle. Alright guys, I'll give you the another one. Let's have a different one. We need to solve for the shaded area again. Let's see how many of you can answer this. Yes, quarter up. Guys, there are so many of comments. I missed few of the comments. I don't know what you are talking about right now. We are at the next question. So just refresh your stream. We need to calculate the shaded area. I want you guys to participate well for this one. And let's see how many of you can answer this. Loska, you are right. But you guys are at this. Here we need to know this. Yes, they are parallel. Guys, they are parallel only. All of them are parallel. Don't think anything else. 85 is not the right answer. All of these side lengths are parallel. 85 is incorrect. Whatever the guys you are going to give the answer, I need the explanation for that. Oh god, 238 is incorrect, by the way. I'm still waiting for the explanation, because Vikram, 289 into minus 51 is not the correct explanation, by the way. Right? Merong is writing 17 minus 16 in 6 into 17. Merong, just give a brief explanation. Don't just throw the answers. That won't be understandable by any. 211.56 is incorrect. 187 is the correct answer, guys, but I still need explanation. Okay, area of square minus area of the two triangles. Then it's going to be how much? What is the height of the two triangles? If it is also equal, like it's going to be 6 only, right? So it's going to be 17 into 6. So 289 minus 17 into 6. Yes, you can do that. See, there are multiple approaches. However, we can use the area of the trapezium formula also. But if you are not using it, you are just saying if this is also same, like if this is h, this is also h, or we can say, let's say this is x, height of the triangle, and height of this triangle is also same. So then 5 plus x is equal to 17, and you can solve for the value of x. It's going to be 6, right? So what I can do, I can find the area of the square because it is 17 17. It's definitely is going to be square. 17 square is going to be 289 minus, we need to subtract the area of these two triangles. Their bases are 17 and the height is 6. So it's going to be 2 for the area of the triangle, and the formula of area of triangle is half into base into height. Base is 17, height is 6. This will get cancelled out. 17 into 6 is going to be 102, and on subtraction your answer is going to be 187. 238 is not the right answer. That was not wrong. Sorry, that was not long actually. We need not to do that much, right? We can use the formula for the trapezium also, that is already given to you. But if you are not comfortable with that, if you are not comfortable, they are looking congruent, right? But if they are not also, you can still use this as x. Let's say this is h1 and this is h2. Solve for the area of the trapezoid. This is 5. Use the formula for the area of the trapezoid. For both the trapezoid, the area is going to be half into 17 plus 5 into h1, and for the second one it's going to be half into 17 plus 5 h2. So it's going to be 11 h1 plus 11 h2. For the smaller one it is 11 h1. For the longer one it's 11 h2. Take the 11 as common. So it's gonna be 11 into h1 plus h2. h1 plus h2 is nothing but 17. Substitute it here. So 11 into 17 is going to what? It's gonna be 187 only. 187 is the right answer. Right? Navish, why 238? 187. I have shown you two approaches, and with both approaches I am getting 187 only. I hope it is clear to you guys. Is it? Is it clear, guys? Avinish, there must be a calculation error, I think, because the correct answer is 187, and I have shown you two approaches. You guys can go back and check where you guys have made a mistake. Black Avenger, I would recommend you to kindly refresh your stream. You are way more back. We are at the next question. 187 is the right answer. We'll move to the next. We have wasted so much of time on this. Let's have the next one. We need to solve for the shaded area. Again, diagonal of the square is given to you. This is the diagonal. Diagonal is 10 root 2. And I want you guys to participate well and give your correct answer along with the correct approach. Let's see how many of you can solve this. 25 pi is, are you answering for this question? 25 pi is not the right answer. Yeah, guys, don't give your answer in decimals. Okay, you are writing for the circle. For the circle, your answer is correct. Yes, yes, you are right. Timothy, you are right. 25 minus 25 by 4. KGM has given the answer, but there was no explanation. Critical has given the answer, Merong has given the answer, Vikram has given the answer, but explanation is missing, guys. Diversely, explanation is missing. You guys are just throwing your answer. This is not a rapid fire round. We are not playing rapid fire right now. I need the explanation, or else I'll not give any other question. Alpa, you are right. Okay. Yes, Vikram, you are right. I got your concept. Okay. Look, I mentioned that this is a diagonal, right? This is a diagonal. So the side is going to be 10. You can use the Pythagorean or its basic trigonometry. The side of the square is going to be 10. Now you can solve for the area of the square and subtract the area of the circle out of it, right? This 10 is nothing but this 10 is also going to be the diameter of the circle. So the radius of the circle is going to be 5. Area of the square is 10 square, which is 100. Subtract the area of the circle, which is going to be pi r square, so it's pi 5 square. This gonna give you these 4 corner area, but we don't need 4 corners area. We are focusing on this one single corner, right? So we need to divide this entire area with 4. So your answer is going to be, this will become 25 pi. This is your answer. You can keep it as it is, right? Christopher, you are right. So Vikram, you have written there 400. 400 can't be the correct answer. Like 400 minus something you have written. That would be 100 only. So that's correct. Ghosh Rao, you are right. Okay. Let's move to the next, guys. Let's have the next question and let's see how many of you can answer that. Wait a sec. Do it correct, guy. You just need to give the answer. We need to solve for the shaded area. These two sides are given as 5. This is 5. This is also 5. We need to solve for the radius only. Radius, and then we can solve for the shaded area. Right? Is incorrect. 2 is incorrect. Length is 10. No, we are not focusing on the length. This much portion is 5. Right? This is also 5. We need to solve for the radius first and then we can calculate the shaded area. We need to solve for this blue shaded area, that is the area of the circle. Let's see how many of you can do this. Guys, do it quick. Make it quick. Waiting for the correct answer along with the correct explanation. Let's see. Abhinesh, that is not mentioned, by the way. If you want to do that, that doesn't matter for me, but I need the explanation and answer. If that is not going to affect your answer, then that's the correct. Vikram has given something like r plus 5 square. Daniel, don't write it in decimal. I told you already that just give the answer in terms of pi, because that's gonna be difficult for me to identify each and every question. However, your answer was incorrect. For 13.48 is not the right answer. 25 by 3 is incorrect. Guys, just give the answer in terms of pi, in terms of fractions. I don't know what you guys are. Level up. Level up is no, incorrect. Black Avenger, you are not here. Okay, Vikram has given the radius value correctly, which is 1.25, or we can say 5.5 by 4. Vikram, just keep it as 5 by 4. Sahitya has, okay. Sahitya Shikhar Ghosh has given R as 25 by 20. That is correct, which would be 5 by 4. Yes. 88 by 7. 88 by 7 is not the right answer. Because 2 is not the radius. Satyashikar, your answer was correct for the radius. Afan has given the answer, but Afan, where is your explanation? Okay, guys, I can see that few of you has given the explanation. That's more than enough for me. I'll explain. Let's see. What we need to do, if this is the center, this is quadrant for sure, right? If I'm going to draw this line like this, let's say I'm drawing a perpendicular like this. So if this side is 5, this entire side is 5, this much is also r. So this remaining portion is going to be 5 minus r. So this is 5 minus r. Now see here, from here to here, it is going to be 5 because it is denoting the radius of the quadrant only, right? And adding this r, this will become 5 plus r. This will become 5 plus r. Now we have this right angle triangle. We have 5 plus r, 5 minus r, and this 5. Use the Pythagorean theorem. 5 plus r square is equal to 5 minus r square plus this base, which is 5. Right? Now using the Pythagorean theorem, from here you can solve for the value of r, and your r is going to be 5 by 4 on simplification. Once you got the r, you can solve for the area of the shaded area, which is going to be pi r square. So pi 5 by 4 square is going to be 25 by 16 pi. 25 by 16 is the right answer. Wrong, you are correct. Yes, Black, I have mentioned so many times that you are way more behind us than us, right? Maybe 5 to 6 questions behind us. Just refresh your stream. You are not live right now. 25 by 16 is the right answer, guys. We'll move to the next. Merong, you are correct. Okay. Let's have the next one. Let's see how many of you can do that. Let's move to the next. This is going to be very simple for most of the users, I think. But it's an interesting one. I want every one of you to answer this. Those who are aware of it and they know that we have discussed this before, they need not to give the answer for this one. We need to solve for the length of the DE. The radius of the circle A is given as 5 centimeter. We need to solve for the length of the DE. Length of DE. One thing is, another thing is given that AC, this AC is a tangent to the circle. I have already mentioned you need not to give the answer, guys. Those who are aware of it, they need not to give the answer because we have discussed this. Make it quick, guys. Ashdeep, that doesn't matter if you replied also, but you should have explained also. Don't throw the answer if you know the answers also. Don't just throw it directly. Mr. 5 is correct, but I'm waiting for your explanation. Is there anyone else? Anyone from the new joiners who can answer this? Along with the explanation. BEC is going to be right angle, Israr, you are right. Okay, I got your concept, that what you did. I'm going to give the explanation because we'll not waste that much of time also. Look guys, this BE is nothing but the radius, right? And we have mentioned that AC is a tangent. And we know that radius are perpendicular to the tangent, so this angle is going to be 90-degree angle. Now this much portion is 30 degrees, so the remaining one is going to be 60. Correct? Now if this is 60, this is also going to be 60 because they are going to vertical opposite angle. And AE and AD are equal to each other because they are the radius of the triangle. So if this is 60, this is also going to be 60 base angles of the isosceles triangle. Now once you got these two angles as 60, you can solve for the third angle also. That would also going to be 60. Now as soon as you realize that all of the three angles are 60, it is the equilateral triangle. So if it is an equilateral triangle and the radius for the circle is 5, so this is 5, this is also 5, then the third side must also be 5. So DE is nothing but 5. So the correct answer for DE, length of the DE is 5. I hope it is clear. KGM, you're right. We'll move to the next. Let's see how many of you can answer that. Wait a minute. Let's have this. This is very easy, guys. I want all of you to give the answer for this. $210. Okay. Jabanka is right. No, Vikram, you can answer. This for this question you can answer. These are easy. I hope. Oh, I know that 150 is incorrect. KGM 210. 210 Gaurav Pramod. Gaur Pramod. Okay. Okay. Explanation is still missing. Alright, Afan has given the explanation that it is going to be twice of it. So if it is 75, just going to show you the one approach. If it is 75, this is going to be 105. Now this is the angle subtended by the arc at the circumference. This angle is going to be double of it. So x is going to be double of 105, which is going to be 210. So your answer is 210. Right? Let's have the next one. Let's have the next one directly. Give me a minute. Just give me a minute. Vikram, you are right. Look, we need to solve for the three variables here. I need the explanation, guys. We are having x, y, and z. Black Avenger, you are still there, and maybe you are lagging by 4 or 5 questions. We need to solve for the value of x, y, and z, guys. Give your answer along with the explanation. Okay, x is 72 using corresponding angles. Gaur Pramod, you need to refresh your stream. X is Karthik Upadhyay is here, 72 corresponding, okay. Y is 108, okay, Jabanka is there. Okay, KGM has given the answer for all of the variables. Okay, something is not right. Jabanka, Z is not 135. You need to check your logic. Ashardeep has given the answer. Okay, that's correct. That angle opposite to 65 can't be. Huh. Because L Vikram, these L, M, N are parallel. They haven't mentioned that these two lines are parallel. Okay. L is parallel. They have written the names only. L, M, N are parallel to each other. These transversals are not parallel to each other. Okay, I hope it is clear. Alright, I can see most of you has already given the answer. I'll give the brief explanation for this. If this is 72, as L is parallel to N, X is also going to be 72. They are corresponding angles. Now see, if this is 72, let's say this is also going to be 72. Use the linear pair property directly. You can solve for Y. Y is going to be 108, right? Y is 108. X we have solved as X is 72. Y is 108. Let's move for Z. If this is Z or this is 65, I can say this is 65, this is also going to be 65. They are corresponding angle. Again, for Z plus 65, you can use not Pythagorean theorem. You can use the linear pair property. Z plus 65 is going to be 118 and Z is going to be 115. So these are the correct answers. Yes. All right, we'll move to the next directly then. Let's see. Let's move to the next one. Let's have this. We need to solve for the value of x, y, and z again. Let's see how many of you can do this. Y is 42. Okay. Okay, I think Black Avenger is here. Now he is just one question behind. X is 132. Javanka says X 132. KGM says Y 42. Z Z is 48 and X is 132. No one is giving explanation, guys. I'm not considering the answer unless you are not giving answer. Vikram has given the explanation. Okay. That's correct. Alternate angles. Alright, I got you. Let's see. See here, if first of all I can say if this is 48, this is also going to be 48 because L is parallel to this N, right? They are alternate angles, so Z is directly going to be equal to 48. Now you can do one thing. There are multiple approaches. Either you can apply the angle sum property in this triangle and solve for y, or you can just write that y plus 48 is equal to 90. Then also you can solve for y because this angle is 90 degree. That is also going to be 90 because the consecutive interior angles are supplementary, right? So y is going to be your 42 degrees. Now we have solved for this y, we have solved for this z. What about x? Now see, if I'm going to consider this much portion only, this 48 and this x, they are going to be supplementary because they are co-interior angle, or we can say they are consecutive interior angle. So using this you can solve for x. X is going to be 132 degrees. That's, I hope it is clear to everyone. Ashardeep has given the explanation. Black Avenger is finally here. Finally Black Avenger is live. Okay, we'll move to the next. Let's have the next one. Guys, for this one I need the explanation. I don't want your answers directly. Give your answers, but along with that, I need explanation. $15. 75 minus 55. Okay. Five. Isosceles triangle, Karthik Upadhyay, you're right. 150 by 2 minus 110 by 2. Alright, that's correct. 20 is the right answer, guys. You guys have managed to solve this. That's correct. Okay, what we can do, we can take the bigger triangle first. We can solve for these two angles. Right? If this is 30, the remaining one is going to be 150 by 2 and 150 by 2. Considering this entire angle as 150 by 2. So it's going to be 75, 75. Similarly, we can solve for the interior angles using this smaller triangle, which is QSR. These angles are going to be equal because this is also an isosceles triangle. So this is 70. The remaining one is going to be have the sum of 110. So they are going to be 55 and 55. So subtract, this entire is 75. This much is 55. In order to get the value of x, you will have to subtract 55 out of 75. Your answer is 20 degrees. 20 degrees is the right answer. Okay. All right. That's great. Your participation is well today. And when you guys participate well, so I feel like giving more and more questions to you guys. Okay, we'll have the next. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Just give a sec. Let's have this. Will Johnson, thanks for that. Black Adventure is correct. Guys, we are at the next question. We need to find the area of the circle. Nothing is given to you. O is the center of the circle. You can see a chord and a segment also is there, which is perpendicular for sure. These portions are 2. This much length is 2 and this much length is also 2. I think we have discussed such problem before also. Not sure you are right. And I'm waiting for the correct answer along with the correct approach, guys. Let's see how many of you can answer this. First, you guys need to solve for the radius. I need the approach for the radius. Then for the circle, you can give the answer in terms of pi. Just give the exact answer. KGM is saying 3 by 2. 3 by 2 is incorrect, by the way. Black Avenger, finally he is live and he has given the correct answers. I'll give the approach, guys, but if you are getting it from the Black Avenger's comment, then you can. Or else you can, there are multiple approaches. There are at least 2 approaches are there for sure. You can use the Pythagorean theorem. You can use the intersecting chord property. I'll explain both, but I want you to do it at your own. Okay, Will Johnson has given the explanation. That's correct. Nice. Great. Abhishek is there. Vikram. R is 5 by 2. Now you are right, KGM. You wrote it as 3 by 2. Yes, using the intersecting chord theorem, that would be an easier approach. Okay. Great, guys. 25 by 4 is the right answer. Afan, you are right. Correct. All right. Someone has used the Pythagorean theorem, or others are using the intersecting chord theorems. Both are correct, guys. Let's see. I'll just give the hint for both. Let's see if I'm going to join this. They are like chord intersecting chords, right? This is x. We know there is a theorem that the product of the segments of the intersecting chords are equal. So we can write that x into 1 is going to be equal to 2 into 2. This x into 1 is equal to 2 into 2. So you'll be getting the value of x. X was this length, right? Wait a minute, I have to use the different color. This was x. So x is nothing but x is going to be 2 into 2, 4. So if this is 4, this is 1, this is entire length is going to be 4 plus 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. So 5 is nothing but the diameter of the circle. If diameter is 5, radius is going to be 5 by 2. Once you have the radius, you can solve for the area easily. Pi into 5 by 2 square. So it's going to be 5 square is 25 and 2 square is 4. 25 by 4 pi is the right answer. Second approach you can use, that was Pythagorean theorem. What you can do, that let's say r is the radius of the triangle. So this much length is going to be radius, which is r, and this entire length is r also, but we need this much. This would be r minus 1. We have the triangle, you can solve, apply the Pythagorean theorem, right? Applying the Pythagorean theorem, you can solve for the value of r also. This is also the another one of the approach, correct? Okay, Aditya is saying first approach I need to repeat. Okay, I'll repeat for sure, don't worry. Aditya, I have uploaded a video regarding the same, I think, but that video is not on this channel, I think. Okay, I have joined this. Let's say this much portion is x. Now these are the intersecting chords inside the circle. There is a theorem, right? Theorem says if the chords intersect inside a circle, then the product of the segments are equal. Product of the segments of the chords, which means x into 1 is equal to 2 into 2. This is a theorem. X into 1 is x, is equal to 2 into 2 is 4. So x is 4, right? Once you got the value of x as 4, this entire length is going to be how much? 4 and 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. So you have the diameter as 5 directly. Is that clear, Aditya? I hope it is clear, Aditya. We have the diameter, we can solve for the radius, and we can solve for the area then. Is it? We'll move to the next question, guys, then. Yes. We can make two similar triangles also. You are right. Welcome, Aditya. We'll move to the next, guys. Let's see how many of you can do this. Let's have this one. We need to solve for the value of x. This is x. This is 4x. Yes, Will Johnson, you are right. KGM has given the answer, but no explanation was there. $70 by 5, 14, which means 14. Okay. Make Vivo 14, Karthik Upadhyay 14. Guys, for such easy question, at least I need the explanation for all of you, and I need the participation from you guys. Because it's not easy to arrange that much of questions every day. Alright, let's see. Ashdeep has given the explanation. KGM has given the explanation. Okay. Let's just take the triangle, this one triangle. If I'm going to take this triangle, we do have these two angles already. We can solve for the third angle, which is going to be 70 plus 30 is 100. So you can solve for this angle, which is going to be 80. So if this entire angle is 80, these are equally divided, right? So this is going to be 40 and this much is also going to be 40. Let's focus on this angle and this triangle. Now apply the angle sum property again. this x plus 70 plus 4x and this 40. Add all of them and equate it to 180. You will be getting the value of x as 14. I hope it is clear. X is not 15, x is 14. 14 is the right answer. Why 15? Christopher, why you are writing it as 50? We have solved for this angle. This angle is 80. So this would be 40. And taking this triangle, this much portion is 40. Take this triangle. I think you, by mistake, you have taken it as 100, Christopher. Right? This was 80, not 100. Alright guys, so the answer is 14. I hope it is clear to you, all of you. We'll move to, let's see, let me just check the time at least, or else we'll call it a day. We can have at least one more question. We'll have one more question. Black Avenger is correct. Let's see, we should have one more question at least. Wait a sec. Wait a minute. I don't know we did this or not. Neha. Hi Neha, you are so late today. We have already discussed at least more than 20 questions. We need to solve for the value of x. Take your time, think about it. Give me the answer along with the explanation. Abhishek says 26 with no explanation. Guys, for this there are multiple approaches, so I want your explanation for this. Anish, 4x 13 is incorrect. I got you, Anish, where you made a mistake. I got your mistake, by the way. But I'll not let you know. I think you can get it easily. "52" is incorrect. I'll let you know the correct answer only if you are going to give the explanation. Like Black Avenger has given the explanation and his answer is correct. 26 is the right answer, guys. Okay. Let's wait for other, as someone has mentioned, just give us time to write. So I'll not make that hurry. We'll have the last question after this. So I've seen 26. 26 is correct. Yes, KGM, I got your concept. X is 20. X is not 20. 26 is right. Will Joshan is right. His explanation is also correct. Arc CE is going to be 128 and EA is going to be 52. Okay. Look, guys. Actually, we already had a rapid fire. This was a rapid fire because I have never shared more than 5 to 7 questions in one single stream. But today we have shared at least 20 questions, like 10 to 20 questions maybe. Not 10 to 20, it was more than 15, I think. Okay, let's see, guys. If this is x, right, this is also going to be x. Because they are given that these lines are parallel. Now this x is nothing but the angle subtended by the arc at the circumference, right? If it is at the circumference, the angle subtended at the center is going to be double, that is 2x, correct? Which means this arc is 2x. Same, correct? If it is 2x, similarly this is 64, then this entire arc length is going to be 128 because angle subtended by the arc at the center is double the angle subtended by the same arc at the circumference. So this arc, this much arc is going to be 128. Now this is nothing but this entire, as AC is the diameter, this total arc, complete arc is representing the semicircle. So I can add it directly. 2x plus 128 is equal to 180 because angle subtended by the semicircle is 180. We can use this directly. Solve for this. Solving this, you'll be getting 2x is equal to 52 and x is going to be 26. This is just the one of the approach. You can use various approaches. Multiple approaches are there. Second thing that you can do, you can join this OE. You can see that if this is 64, this is going to be 128. These are x, right? These two angles are x because this is an isosceles triangle. Using angle sum property, you can solve for it. Yes. Move to the next, guys. We'll move to the next. And the last question for today. Let's see how many of you can do that. I think that's gonna be easy for you. Obviously, we have done such question before. We need to solve for the area of the square. Take your time, think about it. I'm not going to give the correct answer unless you guys are going to give me the correct explanation. Let's see how many of you can answer this. Guys, I can't see your comments. I don't know why. 4 root 2 is the radius. This is the center of the circle. Black Avenger has given the answer. Mr. Kaushik Majumdar 64. Half of the diagonal is 4 root 2. Full diagonal is 8 root 2. 64. You are guys, you are who? All of you are writing the answers only. Only few of you has given the explanation, and I'm just considering those comments. When I'm saying that I need the explanation, then you need to give the explanation, or else I'm not looking at your comments. Yes, Vikram, I got your explanation already. Will Joseph has given the explanation also. Okay, fine. I think that's more than enough. 64 is the correct answer, guys. Yes, you are right. And we actually need not to calculate this because this was very simple. Radius is 4 root 2. Diameter is going to be 8 root 2, double of the radius. This diagonal is also nothing but the diameter of the circle, so it's going to be 8 root 2. Right? And if it is 8 root 2, these sides are nothing but 8. They are going to be 8. Correct? So these sides are 8. Once we have the side, so we can solve for the area. Area of the square is going to be side square, which is going to be 8 square. 8 square is going to be 64. 64 is the right answer. I hope you guys understood this. And that's all for today. We'll call it a day then. It has been more than 1 hour, 16 minutes already. So I can't give that much energy now. I'm out. I know this, that every time one or two users are going to be there who will say one more. Anish is there. They will never thought of me like I'm speaking. I'm taking the names of every one of you. No rapid fire, Vikram. This was rapid fire today. We had a rapid fire. We have discussed so many of questions, and if I'm going to repeat any one of the questions, then you will guys will say this was discussed on the other channel. This was discussed before. I already know the answer. They will start spamming the comment section like anything, right? So better let's not discuss anything else. Okay, Ghosh ji, I am giving you one more question. If you want rapid fire, Ashdeep, just give me some questions also because I can manage to arrange at least 30 to 50 questions. This is the last question, guys. We need to solve for the shaded area. And whomsoever was saying like Dil Mange more and one more. So this is for them. Solve for the shaded area. This is nothing but the quadrant. Let's say name them. I'll name the parts for you guys. Let me use some other color. Let's say this dia is A, this length is B. So this would also be B because they are the radius. Let's call this length as C. Now solve for the area. I'm not going to give the explanation for this, right? You can go through the channel. 64 is not the right answer. Game on. For this, I hope. I'm just waiting for any one of the user if they can give because we have discussed this earlier also. But if you can't, you guys can go through the channel, go to the post tab, and in the post tab you will find the post regarding the same. 16 pi is not the right answer. Guys, I have already uploaded a video regarding the same. You guys can go through the video. Go to the post tab, go through the channel like Path Seekers. If you are on Logic, which also you can go directly, you will find a video. If not, for this channel, you can go to the post tab. There is a post regarding the same question, and you will find the link there regarding the video. 12 pi is not the right answer. A plus B is equal to B plus C. A plus B is not equal to B plus C. How it is going to be equal? Look, this is C, is the radius, and this is also C because it is a radius. So you can see that C is equal to A plus B. Israr, you can also go through the video, guys. If you are feeling it, if you are not getting it, you guys can go through the video. There is a video on the channel. Not on this channel, you will find the link of the video. Yes, A plus B is equal to C. That's what I have written here. Yes, you can write A plus 2B is equal to 12. Vikram. Alright guys, I think we should call it a day. I have given you the question, and if you are not feeling it right to solve, I'll let you know the correct answer. The correct answer is 18 pi. You guys can solve this. Give it a try. Take the screenshot. If not, you can go through the post tab. Just go to my channel, go through the post tab, and in the post tab you will find the link of the video, and just go and watch it. It's just a 2-minute video. You will understand everything within a minute. Bridge Ghosh, yes, Bridge Ghosh, there is no need to form those equations because those equations will not help you. Go through the video, I will let you know. You'll get to know everything. Ashdeep, what you're saying is little long? I didn't get your comment. 18 pi is the right answer. What you are saying about? "72 pi is not the right answer, Janti. You need to check your logic. I have already mentioned 18 pi is the right answer. Guys, okay, let's call it a day. For those who are still, I was talking about the calculating it. Okay, all right. Guys, the correct answer is 18 pi. If you guys are still feeling that you can't solve this, you can go through the video. There is a video on the channel. For this channel, you can go to the post tab. There is a post regarding the same question, and you will find the link of the video, and you will get everything regarding this. Okay, it's just a 2-minute video. You can go and watch it. All right, guys, see you tomorrow at the same timings. I hope to see you tomorrow at the same timings. Okay, till then, take care. Bye bye. Enjoy your day. Have a good night. Bye.